Okay. Well, here we are, another Coffee Compassion Action. Uh, I guess we're calling this now Meet the CCA, meet the CCAers, uh, or maybe even Meet the Bridgeadairs. We'll talk about that too, because you're certainly one of those. So I'm Matt Hall, and we've done a few of these before. I've been with Coffee Compassion Action for a while, doing various things. We're going to talk about that with Bev Adams here, who has been with Coffee Compassion Action. When did you start? When did you start doing things with CCA?
I would say after the town hall last year with Christy, when was that?
August.
Um,
August 2025?
yeah,
Okay. So that's a while.
yep.
It's funny that I mean that's not even a year ago, but it seems like
It
a life.
seems like forever ago.
And why is that? That's a good question.
Well, the reason being is because CCA is such a great group of people. We all seem like we've known each other for years, because we're in this mission together and on this journey together. So it's for
There's
me,
certain
it's like
things
I've
that
kn
they draw us
yeah,
together. There's certain values and experiences, even if we didn't know each other, they draw us together. Yeah.
right. Right. So for me, it feels like I've been doing this for a long time, but it hasn't really been that long.
Well,
But
what have you been doing politically? I mean, in the past, what are your politics? What's your political journey? What brought you to CCA particularly? Uh,
um, mine is it's kind of a web of get a web into my journey or whatever. I was born and raised in Honduras, and we immigrated to this country. My dad's American, my mom's from Honduras. So we immigrated here when I was 15. I'm naturalized. So this whole new administration has affected me as far as their immigration stances. So that's one reason. Another reason is, I have a 22-year-old daughter, and I had more rights than she has. So that's another reason.
what do you mean by that?
With abortion access, that's for me, it's huge. And for her, I mean, it's a very touchy subject, but I had those rights, and why were they taken away from me? So and then they're being taken
In
away
theory,
from
in
her
Ohio, abortion access has not changed significantly. Where does your daughter live?
here in Ohio,
Oh,
and
okay.
it doesn't affect her here, but I'm just saying it's affected her in a lot of different ways, with school. I mean, there's just so many ways it's affected
So
her.
the personal is political for you. It's personal things. The personal parts of your life brought you into politics and brought you into CCA.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. I mean, for me too, I kind of cut my teeth on the in the gay rights movement in the late 80s and the 90s and the fight for AIDS care for people with AIDS. Uh,
Hmm.
when we talk about a small band of people just pulling themselves together, uh, few elected politicians would help us, and we would just kind of use what we had, just cheap publicity stunts, confrontation, uh, whatever we could. I mean, and that's kind of and this is a chance, I think, for me to use that again. And that's what CCA does, a lot of public things. They do a lot of visible things.
Exactly.
And that's what we did then. And that's kind of my forte. And so that's kind of what brought me to it. I mean, I was political when I was young and not so political. Um, I would some attend some anti-Trump rallies and things like that, but
Hmm.
I wasn't, and I was involved in Sherrod Brown's campaign, for example, in 2024. But I kind of put that on the back burner, and so for me, it's that. I mean, obviously the collapse of American politics, which we
Right.
could talk about however much you want to talk about that, politically. To me, what it is just kind of American politics collapsed. It's just like a black hole, and
Hmm.
garbage fell into it, and that's kind of what it is. But and I didn't take politics so seriously either. And so when this all happened, I thought I looked to kind of establishment campaigns in the Democratic Party in my area and things like that, and I didn't see much impact or influence there. And so that's when I started looking for something new and found CCA. The very first meeting back in, I think, in March 2025.
Wow.
We met in a school gym. It was just let's put on uh, put on a show. Let's do something. It was just really, really grassroots because we have people from all sorts of different backgrounds. In fact, maybe I just want to share if I figured out how to share my screen
And
right.
that's what I love. We all come from different walks of lives, religions, even political stances. I mean, we have some that are, on the left, some are in the moderate, so it's kind of neat how we all kind of mesh together, even though we
Are you
may
able,
not.
are you seeing me or my screen?
I am seeing your screen,
Okay, yes. And I just wanted to point
and
out,
I see you as well.
oh, but you can see that. So I'm just taking this from the CCA Facebook. It says Coffee Compassion Action is a resistance group that seeks to end executive overreach in Ohio and in the United States. It works to support and help marginalized citizens in the area. We know the value of community and we lead with compassion and take action for the greater good. Now that doesn't sound like a particularly political
Right.
activity. And it's a mission statement that can include lots of different people, just like you're talking about. People have taken very different paths who have important political differences, but
Right.
still see in CCA that we can do something together because we're here and we have something to work with and we're here to do it. So what are some of the things that you do in CCA as part of CCA?
I'm really active, or I've kind of scaled back with the Bridgeadairs. I absolutely love going to overpasses.
I'll tell people about that. Some people watching this will have no idea what that means. This is
Sure.
this introduction to that.
Um, we, I don't organize, but Sarah and Clay, which are amazing, organize our weekly overpass protests. There's a newsletter that comes out every Sunday with our events. So if you're interested in
Can you
getting
can you
involved with us.
can you see me sharing the newsletter?
Yep.
So here's some images of what I don't know if Bev was at any of these in particular, uh, but this is what she's talking about. And we both done this. I've seen Bev, you've done a lot more than this.
Yeah.
And you see the variety of messages here. This is what the Bridgeadairs do. This is where they do it. This is from the most recent newsletters there. Uh, I think yes, okay. Uh, and you've done this. Why do you do that? Why is that? Why are the Bridgeadairs these banners?
There's there's it's a way for me to release the anger and the frustration that I feel, and to be able to share that commonality of anger and frustration that I feel with other people that, feel the same way that I do, and, want to share in that commonality. How can we talk our way through this? How can we comfort each other during this time? It's just
Yeah, and I mean I've done it too. I mean before I did it before I broke my leg, of course,
right.
and I hope to do it again. But I mean, what do you do? What's the nuts and bolts of it? What do you physically do as a Brigadier?
We basically set up banners throughout Cincinnati and different bridges that we've set up already.
We make our
And
own banners, right?
yes, we
We
make
just
our
get our
own
tarps.
banners. We have craft nights. Some people just are really good at making the banners. So we have people that are, everybody does their own little part. I'm the one that will go help set up the banners up on the bridges. We click them on the bridges, on the overpasses, and, stand there with my protest sign. It's simple.
And what
An
happens
hour out of your day.
it is? I mean, it's the simplest thing to do. Now, it's not so simple when it's 25 degrees or it's 100
So
degrees.
that wasn't fun this winter.
But yeah, but I mean, this time of year, great.
It's
Um,
pleasant.
let's see if I'm learning this. Did I show that? Um, let's see here. And how do people know about it? In Coffee Compassion Action, people promote their individual Brigadier locations. Here's one
Correct.
on I-74. Uh, and I've talked to them. There's a crochet event that you might be part of. Other organizational activities we kind of list here. Here's an announcement for one on Montgomery 71, right there. So and one on Monmouth Avenue over I-75, and one over Deerfield over 71. and Wyoming over 75. So these I'm just taking these from the newsletter. These are in the CCA Facebook. You can just find out about it there. You can communicate about them. You can go. You can
You can
learn.
join our newsletter.
Of course, well, of course, yes, yes. The newsletter and the Facebook have all of this. This is all, for anybody who joins. And I think it's over 2,500 people.
Hmm.
You can do that. So, and it is
And it's
it is
so easy. It really, really is. And there's so many ways to partake in this process. You don't have to go out and stand on the overpasses, or, you can help make the banners at our craft nights, or you can donate supplies. I mean, there's just so many ways to get involved.
you can
So it
propose
just
another location that maybe is
exactly
near where you live, that's more convenient for you, and you can
Mhm.
promote it to CCA and people can join you. That has happened. That's how we
Right.
expanded from place to place. And it really isn't, I mean, it's really isn't that much. It's just showing up, and other CCA people will be there, and it's a chance to get to know each other, talk about things.
Right.
It's one part rally, one part organizational meeting.
And a social event at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I've joked sometimes we should make a picnic out of it. We should
For sure. Well, we're offered snacks all the time when we're out there.
tell people about that.
Oh, it's awesome. In the winter, a lot of times people will drive by when we're on the overpasses or in protests. One at JD Vance. Remember when that lady came by with the bonbonnery? Were you there that time?
Yes, I think
Yeah,
so.
she dropped off bonbonnery treats, and people have brought hot chocolate. They bring all kinds of stuff. It's really
Yeah,
kind of cool.
one time I can't remember where it was. A woman kind of meekly came up to us, and she'd gone over to the Dunkin' Donuts across the street, and she had coupons or whatever, or like freebies, to
Hmm.
hand out to everybody. I said, join us, and she didn't want to do that, but she wanted to support us.
Yeah.
So
Everybody does it in their own way.
yeah. So and in the summertime they'll bring water bottles or
Hmm.
things like that. So yes, we can become a kind of a nucleus, and people can kind of come together around it. Now, what else have you done in CCA? You've done a lot of Bridgeadairs events, I know.
I've done a lot of Bridgeadairs events. I've participated in the tribe, the potluck for the people at the end of the month that we participate in,
Now, what's that?
clay runions. It's a potluck for the people that's held right now at Pyatt Park, and it's the last Sunday of every month. And we feed the homeless, if clothe them, depending on what's available at that time. But for sure, we feed them every Sunday, that last Sunday of the month. And people will bring food, donate food. People will drop off pizzas. It's amazing. And when we're thinking we're running out of food, someone will drive up with 20 pizzas. It's amazing what, Tribe does for the community.
And it's just people, and it's the need is there, obviously.
Right,
And
right,
it's people who they might not have everything in common. They might not see everything the same way, but it's a way to come together and say, hey, we can do something in this world.
right, right,
We're not just little digital things on the internet bouncing around. We're flesh and
right,
blood people, and we can meet other people and just show it. I mean, I think some people lose sight of that entirely. They think that they feel powerless. They feel in this digitized world of screens, I'm nothing. I'm nobody. I've no, and well, if you are just that, well, maybe you are. But if you're a flesh and blood person out in the world with other people, you're showing you're there, then you are showing that you matter. We're just simply demonstrating that you do matter. You can do
right,
something where you are with what you have. You're not powerless. You're not trapped by the internet, which
for
gives that
sure.
feeling. Gives that feeling. You talked about a sense of frustration that being on the receiving end of all this information about the corruption and dysfunction and incompetence and of the current regime. Uh, and if you feel better, it's therapeutic because you're out there in person,
Oh, yes, yeah.
being seen as a real human being, and other people come up. I mean, that is really what it's all about. We're kind of asking you, we're saying use our Facebook, use our newsletter, but then put it down. Come out from behind your screen and be seen publicly at the visibility events. Now, have you done anything else? Um,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
we go to the socials where people can come and learn about us. So in the newsletter, I'm just trying to promote CCA because I love it so much.
Well,
But
yeah.
we have the socials that we go to. I'm trying to think of everything that I do. It's just I stay so busy. You know me, Matt, you're going to have to sometimes help me with my conversation because my train of thought is the worst. But I do tribe socials. We've done the town halls. We
What
go
about the
and
town halls?
protest.
What is that?
Yeah.
What? Tell us about. I
Um,
mean, yeah.
the
Tell.
only town hall that I was involved in or that I took a part in, or that I was involved in, or how I learned about CCA was the one in August, and it was amazing. There was a lot of organizations that came and talked about, what they do. Candidates that were running for office gave information on what they did. There was information on people that work primarily with the ICE issues and things like that. So it's almost like a networking kind of meeting to me. That's where learned a lot about the different groups where I could volunteer and things.
Right. I mean, and I was at that one in August, and
Hmm.
people were frantically talking to each other. People were
Hmm.
desperate to talk to each other, people they may have known or complete strangers. They were desperate to talk to people in person about these things, to get it out there. And I think people were even kind of surprised by how um, excited they were by the whole thing because it was in
Right.
person. It was in person. People are making connections with each other, doing it in a particular place, you know? I mean, yes, what happens in national politics is maybe beyond our control, but national politics is made up of lots of local politics.
Hmm.
Our member of Congress, our members of Congress, our state government, our local officials, and these are the kind of places where you can talk about them. You share that with the other people there. You're from the same districts, you're from the same states, and you can. Politics still has to be in person. The old tradition, going knocking on doors, you know, kissing hands and shaking babies, or is the old joke about politicians.
Retail
But
politics.
yes, it's
And
still very important, and CCA is part of that. Even when we're not being, I mean, we have some CCA members have political messages, and some don't, but
right.
that's what we're doing.
And
Even if
another thing that I'm involved in, we have a lot of pop-up protests for things that come up, such as the first protest that I actually did with CCA was at Warren Davidson's office last year when they were announcing all those Medicaid cuts and all those things. At the town hall, I somehow got connected with Chris, Mike, and I think it was Jackie, and we carpooled up there and held our little protest signs. And Chris and I had the one that said Medicaid cuts kill. And we actually met somebody there that has become part of CCA and very active with us. So it was really neat. It's just you meet new people all the time and they become involved with us.
yeah, now is Warren Davidson your representative?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
there you are. You are talk about grassroots citizenship in
Yes.
person. Now, I don't even think he was there. I mean,
No, 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 he was there. He spoke.
oh, okay. And so you knew
Yeah, it
that
was,
and
yeah,
you responded, oh, okay, great, great.
right. We knew he was speaking, so we gathered up last minute and went up there and protested the town hall he had.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Oh, he did have he was willing to have a town hall, wasn't he?
Hmm.
That
Yeah,
he
last year, and we,
ran away from in terror at some
yeah,
point.
yeah, we made his life miserable.
Now are you involved in any other kind of political things outside of CCA? Or why do you put your effort into CCA?
Um, I put my efforts into CCA because it fits me perfectly. I can. do it at my time. I can contribute at my time, my pace. I can be really involved at some points, but I can back out if I have to go on vacation or whatever. So that to me is just really cool. I'm also I'm a board member of a local nonprofit charity group, and we help the local immigrant population that has been affected by this administration's atrocities towards immigrants. And we help in a lot of ways, food, clothes, legal, passports. I mean, we do a lot.
So it's part of your larger political civic life. CCA
Right,
is
right.
one part of that.
Because like I mentioned, for me, part of the reason I got involved in politics, it's been more Trump 2.0 than 1.0. But in 2.0, I mean, the immigrant situation was horrible in 1.0, but 2.0 is just beyond just crazy. So, that's why I got involved with Willow Project.
Now, what do you, everybody has a little bit of selfishness in them. What do you
Mhm.
get out of CCA that you didn't get? And you've talked about that a little bit, but
Yeah,
what do you get out of CCA that you didn't get out of
selfishly.
the other things that you've done?
Selfishly, gosh, there's so
Because
much.
for me, one thing is I simply learn a lot. I
Hmm.
learn what is happening in my area, who's doing what, how I can meet them, um, and
Networking.
what kind of conversation we can have. And I become a more powerful citizen when I do that. I become a more informed voter. I become more informed in communicating with my representatives. Uh,
Right.
I can leverage my power. I mean, yes, I'm just one person, but I can leverage my power that way. It gives me tools that I can't
Hmm.
make myself to do it. But that's for me. That's giving me the ability to express my politics, my interests with politicians, you know? It's like a
Yeah,
seminar.
and a selfish part of me also is I've always kind of been the organizer. And it's not that I don't like to organize anymore, but it's nice to be able to have somebody else help me with it. You know what I'm saying? There's so many of us that are part of this process. So it's nice that we can all share in this process together instead of me doing it on my own. Does that make sense?
Oh, of course, yes. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we're kind of
So
saying the same thing.
selfishly, yeah, selfishly, I like that because I have more camaraderie and more people to share the burden with, if that makes sense.
Right. I mean, the, I'm told over 2,500 people in CCA growing. I would have imagined even more would have come along than have, but it is what it is.
Hmm.
And one of the challenges of starting a new organization, of grassroots organizing, is getting burned out, feeling overwhelmed. You
Right.
inform yourself about the challenges, but other people don't, or you overcommit. You do more than you can do. And I think what I've seen in CCA is that people are learning. We have a larger base of people who learn. Someone can break their legs, such as myself, step back, and other people can come in and kind of take their place for a while,
Right. Right.
so that you don't get burned out because we are, and this is me, this is my view, not that this is not the view of CCA. CCA doesn't have official positions or doesn't endorse issues or candidates or anything. In my view, we're heading into a tremendously, there's a chance of real instability in American society. I mean, we are barreling toward civil disorder.
I
Uh,
think November is going,
hold on
it's done.
tight.
Right. Yeah.
I'm, I mean, this is just us talking. I mean, we may agree about this. Other people at CCA may not, but we really are barreling toward real crisis. I mean, financial crises. I can imagine uh, the value of the
Civil unrest. I don't know. I don't.
absolutely martial law. Uh, will the next Congress actually be able to form itself? Will we have a legitimate Congress after January 2027? Armed standoffs, competing orders from the president and from governors, and people starting to question where legitimate authority is at all in the whole system. And America
Right.
is a big complex, it's a big federal system. It contains very different, I've lived in different parts of America that feel like different societies from where I am now
Hmm.
here in Cincinnati. Um, Part of the reason I got involved in CCA because I thought I could actually have some kind of political life in Cincinnati. I didn't really see any place for my politics here. My politics fit in Chicago. Uh,
Hmm.
they fit in other places I lived, but there was my politics don't didn't nobody seemed to share my politics here. But CCA was a chance for me to be politically active where I
Hmm.
am. And I guess that point of view, having lived in different parts of America, seeing it from different perspectives, I I don't want to sound cynical, but I do see the big differences there between
Hmm.
different parts of America. And if those differences can't be bridged, if we can't come together, we're heading to, if that black hole in the middle of politics, that dysfunction there at the middle, uh, that has been filled by the very, very worst of America. Uh,
Right.
if it
But I'm
doesn't,
going to
that
be
doesn't,
forever the optimist.
well, I know, I mean, I know it sounds cynical and dark, but I see myself as a realist. I suppose everyone does,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I think we're barreling. I think I look at all those things and I see a real possibility of just collapse. I mean, of important things in American society collapsing. Uh, the value of the dollar or interest rates surge. Imported
Uh,
goods can't be. People can't get their imported goods anymore, or they're extremely expensive. Um, Having to kind of go into survival mode for a while. I do envision those kinds of things. And CCA is a place where I can simply get to know people around me. We can help each other.
right,
I
right.
think most
And
of the
we can
point of
help each
hoarding
other in so
food,
many more ways. It's just not going out and protesting. I've seen situations in CCA where, one of our members or whatever is in need of something. You know what I mean? We all just, it's just such great camaraderie and people are just there for each other. And I think that that's another thing that I love about it.
yes. And I think we're going to need even more of that going
Yes.
ahead. I mean, when things really start, and in my own personal view, that Trump and his supporters are really going to try to derail the whole thing. They're going to try to bring the entire thing crashing down. They
Hmm.
have nothing to lose by doing that. They will just try to wreck it all. And be able to survive that may become a personal challenge for people. We may need to help each other get the things that we need to survive. Uh,
Exactly.
and to kind of support and encourage other through a dark time to say, let's stick together, let's keep doing what we're doing. Let's keep expressing ourselves. It's emotionally important, nothing else, to have the CCA to be able to express yourself,
Right,
to
right.
support each other to do that kind of thing.
It's a great outlet for me. It's just a great outlet to be able to meet people and I used to not be social and now this is just, I've become a lot more social doing this. So it's been great.
What have you learned from CCA or somebody in CCA that's surprised you? What new things have come out of out of this? What have you learned about yourself or what's going on around you? Has
Uh, I think, gosh, there's one of the things is that I've met so many cool people, just really unique to their own, we're all unique in our own way, but just all different walks of lives, and we just all mesh so well together. And it's just so pleasant, like when we had our game night a couple weeks ago at your
my place,
house.
just
Yeah.
upstairs here. Yes.
Yeah. So, having those little socials and getting together and you're gonna kill me, but I've lost my train of
No, that's a great point. That's a great point to make that I've met people at CC. I don't know how else I would have met them. We don't know if we have anything else in common.
right,
We're just showing that Americans can just find each other and do stuff together.
right.
And if
And we
Americans
all
can't do that, then politics can't work. Democracy can't work if we
exactly.
can't just find each other and do things. And CCA is demonstrating that we can find each other and do something,
Definitely.
even
And
if
we
it's
can
just
have an impact. I don't think that when I first started this journey of becoming more involved in politics, I didn't know that I really could make an impact on my own. I can, but it takes a village. I can get out there and protest on my own, but I feel it takes a village for us to, get this movement going and to try to make some change in our country.
Yeah, so yeah, and I mean, I suppose I have done it on my own sometimes, but it's a lot easier to ignore just one person, you know.
Right,
Even
right.
I
And
have,
that's the point I was trying to make, really.
I mean, I've talked with Bridgeadairs about how many sets of eyes have seen our banners in all those locations over all, you know, I mean, I don't know, hundreds of thousands,
Thousands and oh yeah, hundreds of thousands, I would
hundreds of
think. I
thousands,
mean,
I
we're
would
on the
think,
highways and 71 and 75.
and some others, and I just think, yeah, I mean, we have, how many conversations have we started? You know, if someone's in the car, it's like, did you see that? What's that? What's that? You know?
What did that mean?
Yeah. Or, oh, they're against this or for that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it starts a conversation about something that a lot of people might not want to talk about.
Right.
But because it's unpleasant, yes, a lot of these things, right? But we are kind of, some people say that we're annoying. All we're doing is annoying people. What do you say to that? How are we
Not
more
at
than
all.
just annoying?
We're not. We're educating and I think a lot of us are very tuned in to what's going on in politics. And I think by that we have to educate others about what's happening, whether, it's holding out a sign saying no new wars or, bring up a subject, or whatever you want to at the time of the protest.
Now, what do you say to people that say, well, you're just wasting your time? You are powerless. What you're doing doesn't matter at all. You have no impact. Politics is about rich guys with billions of dollars moving the chess pieces of the world around. That's what politics is. That's all that matters. They control the internet. You are wasting your time. What do you say to that kind of cynicism?
I won't say the verbiage that I really want to use, but I I'm trying to see how to word
Because
this.
I've had people actually, I've had people stop at Bridgeadear events and tell me
Mhm.
that. They took the time, which is a bit
Oh,
ironic because it's showing that in fact it does matter to them because they got off the road, they got out of their car and they came over and told us that. Guys are
mhm.
wasting your time. They
I
didn't necessarily
mean,
agree with us, but they thought we were, you know,
yeah.
fools.
I don't feel like I'm wasting my time at all. I think like I know where my train of thought was going, where it was going, but because we're more politically in tune than most others, when we have those conversations when we're at protests, if we're approached by a counter protester, we can try to have a rational conversation if they want to be rational with us, but um, have a rational conversation on why why we're there, listen to their side, and, just try to come to some commonality because we do have more in common than we don't. And
We
I
all eat
think
food,
that,
we all drink
yeah,
water.
we all need food,
I mean, if that doesn't
but
work, if that doesn't work, we're all in trouble.
But I think when we're at protests, a lot of times we're educators. People aren't familiar with the subjects that are coming up. So it almost like when it says, my sign says no new wars, they're like, well, you know what? I kind of agree with that. And does it start a conversation? Well, how is this war affecting us? Is it bringing up the high gas prices, groceries? How it can just bring a topic, like you said, a topic of conversation can come up from just my sign. So
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, so what is your vision for the future of CCA or what people could be involved in CCA? More of the same, more of what we're doing here. What's your
I think that what we're doing is great. I definitely more of the same because it's obviously working. We are making an impact. People, when I mention like where I'm going out and someone brings up something about protests because I always promote protests, protesting. But when I bring up, Matt, can you? I'm losing my train of thought. Okay,
Oh, well,
can I be transparent really quick?
you shared a lot
Um,
with us.
I have MS, so sometimes my train of thought gets kind of lost. So I'm just being transparent. It's not that, yeah.
You know,
So
I,
sometimes I lose my train of thought and I
oh, hey, I lose my
apologize.
train of thought. Absolutely. I do it. I do it in a room full of students sometimes. But something else is in there, and I just keep rattling it around, and it comes. I find something else. You know.
So what are you talking about now? What are we looking at?
Well, this Saturday. Uh,
Oh,
the
that's right. Yes.
I just want to talk about upcoming things. This is always a good chance to do that. This Saturday, I'm just taking this from the newsletter. There's the Visibility Brigade, which is a national organization. I think it started in New Jersey, land of many highway overpasses, um, which has kind of inspired the Bridgeadairs, inspired our banners, our signs, our visibility events. Uh, they're having a national day of action. They're calling it D-Day. Now, June 6th, I think that was in World War II, that was the D-Day invasion of France, wasn't it? I
I do
think
believe so.
by the Allies. And so they're kind of building on that and encouraging all I suppose I could have shown that as well. There are visibility brigades all over the country.
The
I mean, there are
country. Oh, yeah.
thousands of places. Yes, they're more in the Northeast and in the West Coast, but they're all over the place. And so they're encouraging everybody to, on the same day, come out and use those banners and be visible. And that's going to be in all the locations. Some of the kind of information sharing about that is still happening in our Facebook right now. People can go there and learn about that. But that's this Saturday during the day in different locations, different times. Um, I don't know if we're all listed here. There are so many things. As I go through this newsletter, I say there's so many things going on here. You know, how
Mhm.
can you keep track of them? But I did want to mention that one particularly. That's a perfect chance for you to find a Bridgedeer location and join people and see what's going on and see how you could be a part of it.
Right.
And to look for those too. So
And
I
these
just
happen, for people that don't know about the overpass protests. I mean, these happen almost daily that you can be involved,
in the
and
Cincinnati
on
area,
the
yeah.
weekends. And now we have one on Sunday that, John DeSalvo has started that we need to really start working that bridge a little bit better for him and getting him some more support there on Sundays.
It's fun to just you get up there and you just wave and you can do a silly dance and you can
We
greet
have
the
hula
people.
hoopers,
I have
bubble
never seen that.
machines.
Really?
Yeah, Al. Al is I think it's Al. He's a hula hooper at Tesla.
Oh, on Ridge Road. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the locations. Yes. So no, we haven't had that. I haven't in the places I've been, I haven't had that. But you can't be everywhere all the time. So hey,
Right.
if people have you have a kind of you want to make a party out of it, you want to come to these things and make it a fun thing, come on down.
Dress
Bring
up.
Bring the party. Yes. People love to honk when they see you up there in a costume, when they see you waving and dancing. You know, maybe you're waving a flag or a sign or something. People love that. You get a lot of honks, you know.
You get a lot of support. I would say over 90% of what we get is support, honks of support. You're always going to have your naysayers, but I just blow them kisses.
But it's a good time, right? It's
Yeah,
fun. I mean,
it's a
more
great
fun
time.
when the weather's nice, but yes, it's a lot of fun. So if you're looking for an easy way to have a good time, meet some new people, express yourself where you live, where you are, to your fellow Cincinnatians, to the people around you, where you live, this is it. I can't think of any more direct, grassroots, in-person way to get out there and show what you think.
And Saturday will be a great time to get your feet wet.
Yes. I didn't see the weather forecast. Do we know what the weather's going to be like
Mhm.
on Saturday?
I got it right here.
I've done it in the rain. I've done it in thunderstorms, but
I've done it in winter blizzards. Let's see. Oh, 55% chance of rain.
Oh,
But
that's nothing. Yeah.
that's not bad. The chance of precipitation is like maybe 20% during the day. So it's
Oh,
it's no big deal.
no reason to not come down and join the party and see what all the fuss is about and show people what you think
Right.
and learn that you matter in this world. You're a human
And you
being.
can make a difference.
Yes, you can make a difference with one other person, with 10 other people, with 50 other people. If you're in a very busy location with thousands of people,
Hmm.
and you don't know what's going to come from that. But you know that you did what you did, and you know that you put your energy out there, you put your point of view out there, and it's out there. And it did something in the world. You did
Yeah,
something.
I've made Ridge my primary bridge. That's really my bridge that
No,
it's
what yeah,
my home bridge.
why pick a
My
particular
home bridge.
location? Where were you
Um,
closest to? The
It
most
no,
convenient?
it's not closest to me and it's not the most convenient. I like everybody that's there. They've been there since March. I mean, of last year. They've been there forever. And it just the support that you get there is amazing. We'll start setting up the banners and people will start honking while we're walking down the bridge, not even setting up yet. It's just they know that we're coming. It's just really cool.
Just knowing that you're there,
Yeah.
what difference that might make to someone in someone else's life, you know?
Right,
You're reminding them, yes, this crisis is happening. I mean, every time they buy gas, every time they go to the grocery, uh, and many other things in their life remind them that this crisis is happening now too.
right.
But every time you buy anything, I think inflation is pretty widespread now. Um, but we're there to remind you that this isn't going to wash over you. You can withstand it together.
Right. Together. That's it. It takes a village. I always say that, and it's just so true. I mean, we can't do it I mean, one person could try, but it's impossible, you know.
Yeah. So I mean, and if we can't make this work in Cincinnati, just amongst ourselves, how do we expect democracy to work in America?
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, if you we have to you have to have the courage of your convictions, and this is a way to do that. So
And I never thought that I would be able to find my voice that way. I really never thought that I would. I'm I'm somewhat reserved. I never thought that I would be on the street with a protest sign. I never in my mind thought that. I
so that's
never
a
in my mind. This
that's a
is new.
new you didn't do
Yeah.
that before. Okay.
No, this is like my first rodeo. So at 1.0, I was really pissed off, but I didn't do anything about it. I just sat on my butt and complained. And I thought, not this time. I am not sitting on my butt. I
And there are
have to
many
do
other
something.
people who can follow your example.
Right.
They can, I mean, give it a shot. I mean, yeah, we were doing die-ins. We were laying down in the street in front of I lived in Washington, D.C. then. We were laying in front of this, I
Uh-huh.
mean, on Pennsylvania Avenue. I mean, now they just kill you all and scoop up the body. You can't even get to the White House. It's so militarized now. Um,
Yeah.
but we were just doing those kinds of things. And so for me, it kind of came easily. But there are
Yes.
many other people can follow your example and say, well, I never did this, but can I do this?
Yeah. I never in my mind thought it's something that I would be doing ever. And, it's just what CCA has done for me. I can't even explain it. It's brought a great group of people together, but also for me, it's given me a voice. It's given me a voice. I know that I can speak to you right now. We probably don't have everything in common as far as politics, religion, or whatever, but we can talk. We can have that conversation. It's just so important.
It is. I agree. And you might find people in CCA you don't agree on some things with. That's fine. You'll move on to
But
others, and you'll find common ground with them.
we all have common ground. We all have common ground. And when I meet somebody, I really try to find everything that we have in common instead of, what separates us. Because the best life lesson my dad ever taught me is do not live life with blinders on. you don't know what you're going to miss, you know?
Wow.
So,
You're living out your values. I know people say they don't have anything in common with each other. You use electricity, you drink
yeah,
water, you breathe air, you use roads, you eat food. I mean, if those things don't work, then I mean, if
right,
you don't if those things don't work, then our whole society is going to collapse. You do have lots of things in common with each other, and this
right.
is a chance to kind of show that. So,
Yeah, it's given me a lot more courage. I went to DC twice last year in November. I went once by myself to protest, and I never in my mind thought I would do that. But that was a great experience. But being there, I never felt alone and I never felt unsafe. It was great.
I mean, because in DC,
Hmm.
you were joining big events, big groups of people there,
Right.
right?
I joined a big both there were both two big protests. In November, they had a launching event at the beginning of November, so I was at that, and then I was at the end event. So I kind of, did both the beginning and the end. So it
But
was fun.
if you can't get to DC, I mean, you don't have to go to DC. You can do it right
You
here
can do it
where
here.
you are in your backyard. You can do it. You might learn about other things like that, but you can just do it right here.
Right.
So, well, this has been great. I think that you're going to inspire people to get more involved.
Yeah,
I,
and like I said, I have health challenges. So
and
even though I
everybody
have
has some
those,
kind of people have
everybody has something,
health, finance, personal commitments.
Right.
Everybody has a
So
combination of things in their life.
exactly, we can still take that 1 hour of day to show that you love your country.
And you'll feel better. Like you said,
Yes, and you
you will
will
simply
feel better.
think of it as a therapy, a therapeutic,
Yeah. I
uh,
come in grumpy and I go out happy.
a therapeutic mindfulness for the, I mean, I'm thinking of all these trendy concepts, right?
Yeah.
Therapeutic mindfulness. It's therapeutic civic mindfulness. It's
You're getting
think of it
too
that way.
fancy with me.
Whatever anyone else sees, you it's you experience it and you benefit from it,
Hmm.
you know? So,
It
well,
is therapeutic. And I hope everybody comes out and
me too.
joins us.
For me too. For me too. In ways that surprised me, you know. It kind of I've grown from it.
Me too.
I'm a better person for it, and I think I'm a better citizen for it. So,
Yeah.
even if
Yeah.
I didn't always want to, there's sometimes I thought, I don't know, I'm so tired, had a long day, I don't know. But when I go there, it's fine. You know, the energy
It,
comes.
it's like
Yeah.
you're on. It's just like once you're there, it's like you're on and it's like, let's go. It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah. So join the fun, join Bev, join me, join the many other Bridgeadairs who are doing this, and join CCA and find out the other things they're going. If you don't want to do a Bridgeadairs event, there's a lot of other ways that you can be involved. You can propose ideas once you're in CCA, a new initiative and see if other people are interested. You can find
Hmm.
out about organizing other things as we head into political season here. So uh, it's worth it. It's worth it.
And
Well,
it's a
thank
great networking system too. We get to know other groups and how you can, because I got to know about the Willows Project from CCA. Someone in CCA, let me know about them and I started volunteering with them. And so it's great networking as well. I'll stop now.
Yeah. Well, you don't know where, if you don't know where else to start, if you don't know what else to do, start with Coffee Compassion Action.
Correct.
We are the place to start. You may lead you on to somewhere else or something else, but this is the place to start. We're selling CCA here. We're not on
Of
commission.
course.
No, there's no
We're not
membership.
on commission and we're not getting paid.
I might wish that we were, but yes, we have no accounts, no finances. It's just whatever money individuals put into their activities, and that's all that's going on there.
Mhm.
So, well, thank you for this. I hope that this is
Well, thanks,
a
Matt.
lot
I
of
appreciate
this.
it.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for talking about your journey in your
Thank
CC.
you.
You make it human. You make it personal. It's not just a bunch of things on a Facebook. It's you know,
Right.
there are human beings behind all of that, and so that
Right.
I think would bring a lot of people in to do it.
My dog is chiming in. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I can't hear him.
Oh, okay.
I'm able to hear him. So is CCA could even, yes, you could even bring your dog, I suppose, right?
Yeah. Oh,
A
we've
Bridgeadairs
been
event.
able to take dogs to when we went to the social. Did you go to Mad Tree and they had dogs there? I was surprised.
Oh,
You're allowed to bring your dogs there.
no, I don't have a dog, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. And I hope this sparks some conversation.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate you having me on.
sure, I don't know. Are you going to DC in 4th of July?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay.
I've organized a trip for DC in July. There's 6 of us going.
Okay. Well, then maybe another time you can come on and talk about your experiences there.
Oh, sure. Matt,
So,
I think we should get Mike on board too, because Mike's going, maybe the whole group of us could come on.
oh, sure. But no, Mike, we talked to Mike the
Oh,
last time.
did you? Okay. Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
that's right. Okay.
Mike,
That's right.
Mike Ellis, another Bridgeadairs, another very, very active
Active.
man.
Active.
He has been all over the place.
The man.
Learn about this from someone. He's the guy to learn from. Yeah. So yeah. So let's hope we can talk again.
Okay.
Uh, and thank you very much.
You're welcome. You guys take care. Bye.
Bye.